Have you ever asked yourself, is solo activity after 50 helping me or hurting me? Some people believe it's draining, that it weakens the body and lowers desire. Others swear it's healthy, a way to stay young and confident. So which one is true? The answer isn't found in old myths or whispered rumors. It's found in science. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and in this video, we'll uncover the real truth about solo activity and libido after 50. We'll separate fact from fiction, look at what actually happens inside your body, and I'll show you how this natural habit, if practiced in balance, can boost health, confidence, and even relationships. And here's my promise. Stay with me until the end, because the third truth I'll share may completely change the way you see your body and your desires. Let's get started. Let's start with the myths, because for many people over 50, the problem isn't the activity itself, it's the beliefs around it. Myth number 1. Solo activity makes you weak and drains energy. This idea has been passed down for generations. Some men were told it would shorten their life. Women were told it was shameful or harmful. But modern science tells a different story. Solo activity doesn't make you weaker. It actually helps the body reset. Blood flow improves, stress hormones drop, and feel-good chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin are released. Far from draining you, it often leaves the body calmer, lighter, and even more energized. For men, regular release can support prostate health and help prevent discomfort. For women, it encourages circulation and keeps tissues elastic, which protects comfort and sensitivity. Myth number 2. After a certain age, it becomes dangerous. Some believe that once you reach 50, sexuality should fade or stop altogether. That is false. Desire doesn't disappear with age, it simply changes. The reality is that solo activity can actually protect health in later years. For men, it supports erectile function by keeping blood vessels responsive. For women, it maintains natural lubrication and prevents pain. And for both, it reassures the nervous system that the body is still capable of pleasure. What's truly harmful is the shame. Guilt and secrecy increase stress, and stress itself is one of the biggest enemies of libido. Think of your body like a car. If it sits unused for years, the engine stiffens and the battery dies. But when you start it up regularly, it stays alive. Solo activity is a way of keeping that engine running. So here's the reality. Solo activity doesn't cause weakness, and it isn't dangerous after 50. It's a natural function, a reminder that your body is still alive, capable, and deserving of balance. Now that we've cleared away the myths, let's dive into the science of what actually happens inside your body after 50 and why it matters for your libido. Now that we've cleared away the myths, let's look at what science actually tells us about libido after 50. The first change is hormones. For men, testosterone levels decline gradually with age. By the 50s, this dip can affect energy, confidence, and sexual desire. For women, estrogen drops during and after menopause, often leading to dryness or reduced arousal. But here's the key. Lower hormones don't erase desire. They simply shift how the body responds. The second factor is circulation. Every sexual response depends on healthy blood flow. For men, this supports erections. For women, it maintains comfort and sensitivity. Solo activity stimulates that circulation, keeping tissues active and responsive, like a gentle reminder to the body. Keep this system alive. The third factor is the brain. During orgasm, your brain releases dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins. These chemicals improve mood, reduce stress, and promote relaxation. After 50, when stress and health concerns often rise, this natural reset is especially valuable. And don't forget the heart. Sexual activity, even solo, raises heart rate, and improves circulation, much like light exercise. That's important because cardiovascular health and sexual health are directly linked. Poor blood flow is one of the most common causes of low libido and erectile dysfunction in older adults. For women, regular arousal also has protective effects. It helps preserve vaginal tissue elasticity, reduces discomfort, and supports long-term sexual wellness. For men, it can maintain erectile function by keeping blood vessels responsive. Finally, there's confidence. After 50, many people begin doubting their attractiveness or vitality. Solo activity can help reconnect you with your body, reminding you that desire is still alive. When you feel capable and responsive, that confidence carries into relationships as well. Think of libido like a fire. Hormones are the fuel, circulation is the oxygen, and confidence is the spark. After 50, the fire may burn differently, but with the right care, it can still burn warmly and steadily. So the science is clear. Solo activity supports circulation, balances mood, and preserves responsiveness. It's not indulgence, it's maintenance. Just like brushing your teeth or exercising, it keeps an important system alive. But of course, balance is everything. And that's why next, we'll talk about when solo activity crosses the line and becomes a problem. We've seen how solo activity can support health, but like anything else, too much of a good thing can cause problems. So how do you know when balance is lost? The first warning sign is excessive frequency. If you find yourself engaging multiple times a day and feeling drained, fatigued, or unfocused afterward, that's a red flag. Solo activity should restore balance, not leave you depleted. The second sign is relationship impact. Solo activity is healthy, but it shouldn't replace intimacy with a partner. If you begin avoiding shared connection or feel less interested in closeness, it could create emotional distance over time. The third sign is loss of sensitivity. Too much stimulation, especially in the same way, can desensitize the body. For men, that may look like difficulty maintaining an erection during intimacy. For women, it may mean delayed or muted arousal. Your body adapts to what you repeat, so variety and moderation matter. The fourth sign is emotional strain. Shame, secrecy, or compulsion transform something healthy into something stressful. If you're hiding the behavior or feeling guilty afterward, it can weigh on your mental and emotional health. Here's a simple way to think about it. Solo activity is like a glass of wine. One glass can relax you. A few glasses here and there are fine, but 2 bottles every night quickly become a problem. That doesn't mean strong desire is bad. Having libido after 50 is a gift. The concern is when solo activity becomes the only coping tool, leaving little space for rest, relationships, or other forms of release. So what can you do if you notice imbalance? First, be aware of the habit. Ask yourself, am I doing this for pleasure or just to escape boredom or stress? Second, give your body time to rest. Just like muscles grow on recovery days, sexual systems also thrive with balance. Third, redirect some of that energy into exercise, creativity, or intimacy with a partner. Solo activity itself isn't the problem. Dependence is. When it's balanced, it supports your health. When it's excessive or secretive, it can take away from the rest of your life. That's why the next step is crucial. Learning how to build a healthy, sustainable routine that keeps you strong, confident, and balanced after 50. So how do you build a routine that supports your libido and overall wellness after 50? The key is balance. Solo activity should fit into a bigger picture of health, not stand alone. Let's begin with nutrition. Your body needs the right fuel for sexual vitality. Zinc supports testosterone and reproductive health. Omega-3s improve circulation and brain function. Magnesium calms stress and helps sleep. A diet rich in vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats provides the foundation for energy and desire. Meanwhile, processed foods, excess sugar, and heavy alcohol weaken libido. Next is exercise. Movement keeps the heart strong and blood flowing, both critical for sexual response. Cardio supports circulation, strength training preserves muscle and testosterone, and flexibility practices like yoga lower stress and boost body awareness. Even a 20-minute daily walk can make a big difference. Exercise doesn't just improve the body, it strengthens confidence, which directly fuels libido. Then there's stress and sleep. Cortisol, the stress hormone, suppresses sexual desire. Solo activity may ease tension temporarily, but lasting balance comes from stress management, meditation, breathing exercises, or journaling. And don't overlook sleep. 7 to 8 hours of quality rest restores hormones and energy, giving your body the rhythm it needs to maintain desire. Now, let's place solo activity itself in context. The healthiest approach is mindful and moderate. That means engaging because it feels good and supportive, not out of guilt, secrecy, or habit. Pay attention to how you feel afterward, refreshed or drained. Your body will tell you if balance is right. If you're in a relationship, communication matters. Solo activity doesn't need to compete with intimacy. In fact, openness about it can reduce tension and build trust. So here's the routine I recommend as Dr. Emily Carter. Eat to fuel hormones and circulation. Move daily for energy and confidence. Manage stress and protect your sleep. Practice solo activity with awareness and moderation. When you care for these areas together, libido becomes a natural reflection of your overall vitality. Sexual health isn't separate from health, it's part of it. And to close, let's pull everything together into clear takeaways so you leave with confidence and direction. So let's bring this all together. First, solo activity after 50 is not weakness. It's a natural function that supports circulation, hormone balance, and stress relief. Second, libido doesn't vanish with age, it evolves. With the right care, desire can remain steady and fulfilling well past midlife. Third, balance is everything. Too much can dull sensitivity or replace intimacy, but moderation keeps it healthy and sustainable. Fourth, sexual wellness is whole person wellness. Nutrition, movement, sleep, and stress management all play a role. Solo activity is just one piece of the puzzle. And here's the most important truth. Your body still deserves care, connection, and pleasure at every age. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and I hope today's message gave you clarity and confidence. If this video helped, share it with a friend who needs encouragement, and subscribe for more science-based health insights. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What myths about solo activity surprised you the most today? Leave a comment below. Your story might inspire someone else.